Good morning.
Morning.
And I put picture at the classroom. I hope Mary Dan's question, what kind, she's very serious, good student. She checked the class, Mr. We learned the character for He, Lotus, other character for Lotus. And we learned recently lily, sleeping lily, water lily. So two characters for Lotus, and I put the picture there and try to use my poor English to explain. I hope Marianne understand the most of the two kinds of Lotus, Lian and He. So basically, recently we learned is Lian, water, like a water lily, the leaves with the split there, and just above the water, like lie down underwater. See, this is, I put a picture there. It's like the big. Also, we call it like the horse footprint. Horse footprint. A big slip there. Big I mean split there. Like horseshoes things. That's the water lily, and the stem is just underneath of the water. Normally, when you draw it, when you paint the water in the water lily, the sleepy lily, we do not print this part. And if it's lotus leaves, however, we need to learn today. It's like we put the on the classroom the picture. Actually, we do it if it's a 写意 freestyle, like a totally rounded. We do like you press and rub it and like lift a little bit. You know, like very rounded, and you do a little bit like the circle, the belly button things, you know, in the center part, and the lotus leaves with the long stem. And I should use the light ink to do that. And some like dots, like it's not like the rose, but you know, it's like sand, very small, light ink, and then then do some things very small. I have the too big picture. I mean the brush. These things, water lily, with no smooth stem. This is you always see. I mean, people paint the lotus leaves with these things, and the flower, almost the flower part, almost the same. The water lily with slightly and like that. And this is a little bit wider. This is above water, and this can be very tall. See if the bud can be very tall, can be like that. So this is the character for He we learned before. And this is Lian, I mean sleeping lily. But however, there's like a two kinds, like a small categories. They all belonging to the lotus, and some even people, especially artists, if you want two kinds, do these two. Some people even do not mind to call everything he or call everything lian, just become the difference is just in between the sound. Sometimes we want because this sound of he with the other character of the piece. Did we learn that? We didn't learn yet. With the same sound of this, the piece sound, and this is with the character. This is lian, right? The sound. With the character, I forgot how to say the
in craft.
Yeah, the sound of that, and so I put this here not too far. This also pronounced as this. How do you spell that? Anybody can help me? I-N? C-R? C-O-R-R-R-R-U-P-T, incorrupt. So this with the same sound with this character, and he with this sound of this piece. So sometimes, yeah, because depend on the sound, people make a phrase. They use different characters, and people sometimes do not mind to call everything those two kinds or together use just he or just lian. And they both have the character of like the from muddy place, but themselves very clean and keep the pureness. They both have these characters, and the beauties from keep the beauties from the dirty mud, the mud, the root part. They both have these things. And just to remember, like the Monet lily pond is this lily pond, just above the water, no stem. And Zhang Daqian's lotus is always the long stem is this. Just kind of help you to remember that. And today we are doing the same things on pound inches. We are going to to do some things different. We are trying to use some long stem and do the vertical one. See, you feel different, a little bit different. Okay, that's how much. However, we need to learn the Lotus today and more. So and Mary then asked the question. I think this is the question for all of us. So this first answered, and see today's interest. We are learning the dragonfly today, and I think twice I tried to tell you how to write the dragonfly, and but I think, and Henry also, we discussed there is no other places we need to use the dragonfly, and in Chinese, I mean, for the Chinese painting, they say there is different grade, different level to name your painting, to name your drawing. You put some poem, some sentence, some phrase, and the lowest the level, the class to name it is directly call it. If you painted dragonfly, call my painting dragonfly. You have butterfly, butterfly. That's the lowest class. So I say, okay, I will choose the lily. The pound inches. Say both pound and both the inches things. There is a chance to use other places, and you have more things to do. You can put flower, leaves there, anything in pound, and later even we do the birds. It can be water birds. Can add on this anything fish on that. Same thing. So instead of a dragonfly, however, dragonfly is beautiful, especially kids. Girl likes it. I don't know how is it in the Western. You like it. So we have that like a toy, or girls like the hairpin to do the dragonfly things or butterfly things. So I like to pin them. Anyway, later doing that, we learn the character first. Try to explain why we didn't directly learn the characters for dragonfly. Okay, this is the let's see the example for that. Can you see my cursor? Okay, so two parts, and basically the left part, we call it the radical, right? This radical is earth, and the right part, see, bigger, make it bigger. The main part is the characters tongue to make the sound for make the sound for that, and the radical part normally indicated the meaning. So something, with the underneath, of course, the earth there, and is on the ground. And also the right part of the tongue is the last name, Tang, and also like a Tang dynasty. So emperor's last name is Tang. So, but here is also just for the sound of the pound. Okay, the earth, the character itself is like that. Can you see that? Earth, or earth. And some ground things usually with this radical become radical is become like that, not that wide, become slender, and then this is become like the press and the lift on the left hand side. Okay, so the pound is the earth first, and then dot, small horizontal, and then big slant. small, the vertical, a little bit turn like this way instead of straight, very straight up, stiff. Okay, this is the cross, a little bit, not too far, longer, horizontal to seal it. Vertical, mouth underneath. Stronger vertical and down, seal it. This is the pound, and we explained. So this part is the last name. It's the last name, and also like the Tang Dynasty, the name. Also, you know, Chinatown also called Tang people. Street, I'm writing. Sorry. Okay, also called Tang Ren Jie, you know, it's Chinatown. Yeah, because Tang Dynasty is very famous, so called Chinese Tang people. So Chinatown is street is Tang Ren Jie. Also, yeah, called Chinatown. Understand? That's why I choose instead of the dragonfly. I choose the this lily pond, and I explained beside this earth radical, and this is actually Tang is the last name. Okay, that's. Oh, I'm sorry. The how the because of the Henry is saying the last name of the emperor is Li. It's same as our last name, and the Hao named it from the dynasty the Tang, and become a Tang Xuanzong, yeah, Tang Taizong, everything Tang. It's not the original last name. Okay, the walking style is simply from the this just more connected, right? And this stroke, the center stroke doesn't have to be very obvious to doesn't have to be that you know, cross, but normally people do across a little bit and touch more. Okay, that's back. More connect, just do. And then dot is still dot, clear, and horizontal, and with this big slant, and then almost the same, especially even the sample a little bit. I mean, more standard than I just did. You just looks more fluent, like a carelessness. One thing I want to explain is this part. When you walking style or the cursive style, running style, when you put the this horizontal one and slant, try to put them together. You try to do these things, not how to say, more tighter here. Okay, I will do some things good and bad. So this part, this and this, that's original standard style, do that, right? When you put them together, you try to do this and this and very tight, even back a little bit to do that, because eventually you need to back here, right? You do faster, you do back a little bit, or very tight. And then you do some things underneath, right? Underneath. Instead of what? Instead of if you do this and look at when you do that and that's not then okay, no place to do things underneath, and then you put things here. Put the things here. That's the very easy problem the writer the learner need to get mistake. So this is let the character look like left and right structure, not up and lower structure. Understand? Yeah, you want to keep the characters still like up and lower together structure looking, not like left and right compound. Did I explain clear? So lots of characters like that. When you do connected the horizontal and the slant together, do this part a little bit tight instead of a big curve here. Look at the sample. You will know what I bring it to the point to explain. Did you see that? Did you see the junction of that? They put them together, but very tight. Even back, from the junction back a little bit, and then do that very tight. Okay. You will meet any lots of other places, same technique for that. Do not do the bigger curve there. Okay, and become the running style, kind of big change. Vertical, radical part doesn't change that part. The last name of tongue part changed a lot, especially center part. Okay, then become this part doesn't change that much, but put them together and connect of this part. This part do this and this connect with that and back to the center to make horizontal and circle to the center and then down and then do that. Okay. When you're fluent, you think about the whole balance of that. The problem easy to make mistake is this stroke. Try to keep it straight because it's come from the come from the vertical thinking things like this stroke, right? So you do not want to do like, you know, do like the triangle things. That's not good. Yeah, try to, you know, after this, and try to do this straight. Keep this straight. Okay, and the clerical style kind of easy. And you can guess, right, actually from the standard style. So clerical, let's do it. Always center stroke of your brush. We also call it a big slant, a big press, you know, the clerical style. Goose tail flying. Flat mouth. Stroke to stroke to build it. Okay, that's the pound with the radical. Okay, we learned this earth radical. Okay, and itself, put it straight, it is earth. Okay, and then interest. Better I use another paper to do. Okay, first we do the out things. This is the character for walking. Horizontal one, vertical, horizontal. Slant. And big, like the bottom stroke for the character for the press. And then see, leave lots of space here to put the things here, and do not leave too far space here, almost together. Longer vertical one. Lift. Like a big dot to balance here. Big long dot. Okay, so this character by itself, so to walk. Walk. And this character,取 get. This character Any people remember it? I think once I mentioned R, ear. This character, yo. Again. So that many things put together. Anyway, this is true. Interesting thing. Okay, standard style. So this walk here as kind of the radical. Just put this part a little bit slanted, and this on the bottom things like ready for to hold other things. So longer press. Walking style change a lot, but I'll show you it's not hard at all. So the cross first, and then just do like a number 3 things and do the press. Okay, so and then and connect with this and the center part, like to get part, ear part become this and 2 vertical and just back a little bit, 1 stroke circled, indicated 2 stroke things here, and get lift here and do the again things here. Okay, so the walking part. Press and go, and then doesn't have to be that clear. This and 2 and back to the center and the lift and do the again part. That's the walking. And then just a little bit running, right? Then the walking, almost the same, yeah. See I said the number 3, this part, they put emphasis on the 2 horizontal stuff, right? You can see the the rhythm for that, almost the same. But this part, the again part, even a little bit like the very quick number 3 things at the end, back a little bit. Okay, so cross things stay the same, and then like concentrate on the 2 horizontal things, and then big on bottom, and the center things become even more simple. Again. Okay. That's running faster than walking. Looks simple. And this is clerical style. By guessing, we can make it. And see a little bit. Okay. Center stroke, brush. Nothing different, but use a different strength to do it. And instead of very slant, it kind of the slant do a little bit of vertical first and then turn, you know, for the slant. And then see this part on horizontal first. The vertical strokes in the clerical style, you can do very straight, beautifully, absolute straight. I mentioned many times, this time I purposely choose this one. There is a role in the clerical style, people purposely to do things like the mimic things on stone to make the perfect straight for the vertical not very easy. So they do a little bit like a concave things to do like a little bit awkward. Look at the sample and then look at what I did to do that a little bit instead of straight to do. I use power, but this is hard. It's hard. Very hard surface to do, and I carve it. Yeah, look at the sample, and this is the same thing. They on purposely to do a little bit this way. Look at the sample. Understand what I'm talking about. See my cursor here. See those two verticals instead of a perfect straight. They do a little bit kind of awkward. Actually, you can tell it's not perfectly straight. A little bit concave to. Okay. A little bit like this. I do over, okay, a little bit, and this part, a little bit, they try to put a lot of strength there, and a little bit awkward. I don't know, gradually I will show you more. Actually shows a lot of strength there.
Sorry, we can't see your paper.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about. Okay, but I forgot to change back. I want to see the sample of that. Okay, so I will do again what I call the kind of the put the strength there. I use the arm and lots of brush there, thinking of this is a knife, and then this is very hard surface. So when I do vertical, a little bit like this way, and then go down, but I hold my brush very tight, and I use lots of strength there, and do things. They do. Anyway, when you look at the sample, that's why I always ask you to look at the sample, and you compare with the like the computer font looking perfect things. You even not perfect straight, but you will tell lots of strength there, and you can see, oh, it's for the on hard surface, it's carving on the hard surface, not smooth on the paper, and it's not computer font. I'm just print out of that. Okay, you hold your brush very tight and do that, will become that. And I actually later kind of the same way when you do Lotus stem. Lotus leaves the stem. We use the same technique same strength to handle this like the vertical things. Like John Daqian can do very, very powerful, not perfect straight. He can do very, very long, things like that from the upstairs to downstairs. I bet some people hold it for him. I don't know how to do that, and probably longer table or on the ground to do that. And the same way, that's why I will change. But do not purposely, if you swing your brush, you do that. No. You very stiffly, you hold it, even shake, you do this kind of things. I purposely choose this sample for the clerical style this time, let you to see this is very clear. This also one of the signature, one of the character for clerical style writing, for carving, like a carving looking things. Okay, then any question about the characters? Are we ready for the Lotus and the Dragonfly? Yes. Any question so far for the characters? No question? Okay, good. Okay, for the Lotus leaves, I think I explained at the first already. If 协议 one, you do look at our handout. Lotus leaves is kind of round and kind of the outside when you do 协议 one, you try to do the stroke from out to the center and then gradually lift. Let the center a little bit lighter. But if you do quick, very freestyle, you lift a little bit empty center. Understand me? Yes. And then you put the circle things, I call it the belly button things later. Okay. And see, look at the sample picture there. See my cursor? Look at the, squint your eyes and look at that. So the outline, see that? Not perfect round, right? Not perfect round. Indicated, I call it like a skirt, like edge of the skirt. Okay, so when you do the leaves, you do not do the perfect under the round. You do the ones like a one strokes like that, and not on the same round. You could do some a little bit. Understand what I'm talking about? Yes. Okay, and also the other picture from my lily tank, Lotus tank, I want to explain that the halfway opened, not opened leaves, is like the very my dwarf lotus in the ball. See, this is opened, it's rounded one with the center a little bit the button things. Can see it? And the halfway opened one is still rolled edge. See that? And some you can see this one is still together, So I also put the picture there. Probably if I do not explain, you don't know what's that. So when we do that one, also some interest, we do like just two strokes, but different length. We do press a little bit and the end a little bit lifting, and do another. Okay, we just do that, indicated the halfway opened or didn't open yet, and the same for the stem, And we say the lotus in the orchid, like underneath the earth, the root part need to be like the fish head, right? Fish head, like this shape. So underneath, they are from the same things, right? From the same point, like same point. But lotus, underneath lotus part, lotus root. Have you ever get chance to know lotus root? Never. Okay, lotus, yes. Emily, yes. Okay, lotus root underneath of the water in the mud is kind of the, this kind of these things. And some section by section. And it grow things from the knot, from the section, from the knot part. So it's not lotus normally we do not do the underneath of the water thing. We do the above water part. I want to explain the stem from here. They might cross, but they can from here. Not like the bouquet, not like orchids. Underneath, we talk about share the same root. Understand what I'm talking about? They're from different places. Underneath of the root, the lotus root like that. Lotus root underneath of the water is horizontally, exist there, and from the junction, from the knot, it grow leaves and the bud flower. Okay, and then I think we do some. Dragonfly. On the dragonfly, see the picture. Basically, they have the, or what do we call what I want to very share you one, because I could give the handout if you want to do the elaborator one, we can do later. Okay, just do the share you one, do two like the big eye. They have compound eyes. Yeah, lots of insects with that. You understand that like that? So we just do with no pupil or with pupil and compound eyes. There are I checked scientifically. They have compound eyes, lots of insects, and this dragonfly is with 10,000 to 10,000 to 20,000, 28,000 of small eyes. So we just do the compound eyes with, the dragonfly is like a big, like a sunglasses, yeah, even a little bit, sometimes you see a little bit reflective things, we just do this. And, like also fly with this compound eye, also bees like that. Okay, do that for the eyes. And dragonfly with very, very little, very, very small, very thin neck, even cannot hold the big head, So you can leave your brush, even do not do that. So, or leave a little bit of space, or do very thin things there. And then kind of the back thing, kind of the hunchback thing, we just do very, very freestyle hunchback thing. And we then do the belly thing. Xie one also just do slowly but powerful. Do not do very sweeping, very quick. Do that a little bit, and lost and found. Give a little bit space, things to the end. Yeah, I'm doing very Xie one, very freestyle. The belly thing after the back. You do like the gradually tape down, but do not do very put some strength, like you do the stalk, bamboo stalk, And then the wing part, and the wing part is the most interesting things for the dragonfly, and very beautiful, very beautiful. Okay, so they might cross, but we just learn some very basic thing. Okay, kind of standard style. Okay, each side 2 of them. Okay, so do the straight one like the first, right? And you do this, you can do like the 3 sections or 2 sections to do that wing things. And you do the second one. You can do a little bit cross, right? Another one. Okay, the 2 pair of wings, the front pair a little bit longer, the back pair a little bit shorter. Thinking of the airplane. Okay. And also lots of the gestures. The wings a little bit. Look at me. Yeah, a little bit like a forward like that. When it fly, it was like that instead of back. You think about you thought it's like that, right? Straight or back, right? Actually, when he landing or flying, lots of times got a little bit forward. Okay, and you can do color instead, or do some look at the handout. I got Henry's teacher's Master Zhang Zhenying's handout. You do that, but do not do very even. Just put a little bit. But there are 2 things do not miss. Do not miss. There is a mark on the about 1/4 of the wings here. Put the dark things here. That's the dragonflies things, special things on the wing. There's a mark. So when you use color, you can use. I like the red one. The orange red one. I put in the handout, and the blue one, the dragonfly. Okay, the wing mark. Do not forget that. And also, you can do a little bit of mouth like things. You do not have to do. And then a little bit like foot things. Foot things is very objective. Okay, do like the 1 stroke, like a 2 stroke, very thin, and a little bit. Okay, so do not do the same. 1 stroke, 2 stroke. There are actually 3 pair. How many pairs? Doesn't matter. Okay, so just put a little bit, very thin line things here, very thin line here. We need that. And then a little bit like a 2, not whisk some things in the front, short, not like the bee things, Okay, that's about the dragonfly things. Okay. Okay, that's simply I do the okay, I'll try to do some stems. So that's why I use the vertical things. See what I can do. I do the bottom things one and some mess here, you know, from edge to the center. And, you know, you can also, you know, when you rub it and then lift it, you know, you rub and lift, you rub it and lift it. Doesn't have to be the same, same length. And then, you know, center the things. And I put some things, the one leaves here, and the one leaf here, I try to do some like a side things here, and so the button here, and I try to do the flower where I want to do the flower. Okay, anyway, for the flower, it's same technique as we do the lily. So nail, head, stroke. Press and lift. Press and lift. A little bit curved to more fun. Flower, and also I put the bud here. Okay, and then I do stem. Put some power, and doesn't have to be perfect straight. I don't want perfect straight, you know. And for the bud, sometimes it's very curved, you know, and then stand out. These leaves can be curved. Okay. And then, okay, let it dry a little bit, and I do the some, you know, the dots on that. That's for the lily. I also want to do some things here, probably for the halfway opened leaves we talked about. Okay. And then the dragonfly. What about here? very thin neck and the big, the little hunchback things and the belly, and then gradually tape to the tail. You do not have to do the wide things, split things, but you can. Okay, and the two wings. And the mark of the wings. That's the dragonfly. And what's this? The foot. That's the dragonfly. You can put on. I mean the later put the color for that, and I just want to finish the characters for that. And for the this also you can do like two, like the leaves or some things to do. I do the dot here, like this. I said the sand, not like the rose thorn, that big. You know, halfway dry, you do that. You know, sometimes if you avoid the smearing, you do it totally dried. It's not beautiful. Yeah, trust me. And this is a watery thing, right? In water, the water plant. So you do not you do not mind a little bit. I mean, smearing things. See, I do it a little bit even out of the stem. It's just fine. Very free. Okay. And some dark center things, just very a little bit. Yeah, that's it. What else I didn't do? Oh, if you do, you can do the wing. You do not have to. Sometimes you do the shape of the leaf very messy, and you can use the put some wing to organize it. In other words, put them together. Same way to do. You do not let it absolute dry. And do it very subjective. Okay, then I do not have time, and I need to put the character on that. So we have lots of things in the flower leaves and everything. So we put it, the character for that. Mike, where is the golden place I write the character? Here, okay. Pound. You know, something you can do the style, some things in between, you know, standard or, you know, a little bit clerical style. Doesn't matter. You decide. It's your painting. Okay, that's how much I did. I planned to use color, and I always get used to only the ink things. Actually, see the handout. If you have time later, you want to practice, you can do the color one. But same way to do the dark things, light things, and the dried things, and the wet things. And when you do the lotus leaves, the wing, I think you understand that, right? See, this is the outside things, and the belly things, and you do the wing like the long about here, and then become the Y, Y shape, and some a little bit continue do that. Some, and try do not make it very, very straight, absolute straight. Try not to do that. That's too stiff. Okay, the way to do is like that. Okay, and also on the halfway, the halfway open the leaves. You can also do the wings on that by doing that things, some horizontal things like that. Also, you can do, what can you do? Also, you can do some, I think do some water grass there. I don't know what it's called. It's like the very thin, like a corn leaves, corn grass like things here. So just you want some line. If you want some, like we plant, we plant orchids. More stiff. You will see some artists painting, with some things. Like we're painting orchids, yeah, but more stiff. Okay, I think I have been overdone already. Okay, any questions? And so far good? Kathy, okay, and the next time, I think we need to register again. And I got Kathy's register almost very early for the next week's class. I like Lotus painting, and this is the season. Besides of the four gentlemen's painting, like the plum, bamboo, chrysanthemum, and orchids. Beside that, and the lotus is one of the things I like a lot. So I see in this class, like Kathy always say, do the walking and the running style, cursive style, feel very good. I do Lotus. I feel very good. Feel good to do that. Freestyle and very quick do things, or lots of things. And we put some small animal, not animal, small living things, the dragonflies there. So we made this pound inches there. And yeah, hope you like it, and can do some painting and do vertical things. You can make cards. Make cards to do that. Yeah, we have a lot of more to learn, and later probably do some like spring, like the roses, things, lots of flowers as well. And we have also lots of phrases to learn. Anyway, I hope you continue the class and registered again for next 4 classes. Any question? If no question, class is over this time. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.